What's up, everybody? I'm here today not with Carla, but with Anthonette, also from the Big Picture team. Hello, Anthonette.
Hey there.
We have joked a lot recently that Carla has been spending so much time in San Diego, but we're still in San Diego. Carla's not here, but you are in San Diego.
Yes, I am live from Deeper Learning.
What is that?
It is a conference of practitioners that are ready to change the way we teach. So I think it's like the first real live event that they've had in a while. I've never been to this conference before. This is my first time. So it's really exciting. People are here from all over the place. I had just kind of assumed it was a local thing because it's being hosted at High Tech High School, which is in my neighborhood in San Diego. And I knew that they did this work, but I didn't realize that they brought all these people together.
I have been to the conference many times. I'm sad that I'm not there this year. That's okay. Not other Big Picture folks can go, but you'd mentioned High Tech High, kind of telltale like architecture there. Like I love walking through not only the building you're in, which I think is the elementary school, but the international building. Mm-hmm. Lots of windows, lots of sunlight. I'll also say a fair amount of airplane traffic.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, you and I talked.
We're indoors, so you shouldn't hear the airplanes.
Well, when you and I planned this broadcast, we knew that you would be at the Deeper Learning Conference, and we had hoped that there was a potential that folks we know or are familiar with might be, by happenstance, walking by. Is there anybody around there that we could talk to?
Let me look around. I don't know. You know these folks better than I do. Is there anybody that you see? Let me turn you around a little bit.
Well, I see that it looks like you're in the what's it called? The what school could be like. They set up a little.
They're calling this their connection corner. So let me just show you really quickly how you were describing the classrooms, and it is very true. Like lots of windows and just like visibility into what's happening into the classrooms here.
Yeah.
And that's where all our workshops will be held. So it's a really cool place to be. I've actually never been inside, so this is my first time.
Well, let's talk about workshops. Is Big Picture doing anything there?
Yeah, we did a workshop. Elliot and I did a workshop yesterday and co-presented on Be Inbound, our new initiative that has been around for about a year now. Today, David and I are presenting on using interest-driven learning, and we're actually going to do a walk around Liberty Station, which is where the campus is, and talk to someone who could potentially be a mentor for students and just kind of modeling how you can leverage your community to find supportive adults for the youth.
That's very cool. So Anthonette, Elliot, David Berg of Emblaze is there. I think you told me Wilson Platt might be there. Is that right?
Wilson Platt made an appearance, but I did not see him. He's feeling under the weather. So David's actually pinch hitting for him today.
Okay. And I think Asari there as well?
Isari was here yesterday, and she was, I believe, live tweeting from my session yesterday, but she's driving back to LA today to avoid that traffic.
I see.
Yeah.
Hey, is there like I think our friend Kim Dilts, I think I saw her around there earlier. Is she around? Wants to talk to us?
Did she walk away? Give me just a second. Kim, we're ready for you. She's coming.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm so good. Do you want me to take my mask off to talk to you? I think it's okay.
You can do whatever you feel comfortable doing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Listen, Anthonette and I talked about the possibility that there would just be like a random person in the background that I happen to know, and I'm so glad that you are that random person. So
that's incredible. You probably recognize from my hat because I literally it's all I ever wear. It's like
I absolutely did. So, Kim, why don't you tell folks who you are?
Sure. I am Kimberly Dilts. I am the director of content for What School Could Be, which is an online community. It's an online community of educators, innovators, change makers, designed to be a place where you can find each other and dream up new possibilities.
We actually had Ted on this show a couple of weeks ago.
There you go.
So you want to talk a little bit about the Ted and Capono, like what the transition there?
Absolutely. So So Ted Dintersmith, for folks who don't know, is an incredible education philanthropist who has a deep love for teachers and the work that they do, and specifically, deeper. Like I'm here at Deeper Learning, specifically deeper learning. Moving education more toward a model that we can all agree is where we got to go. He started What School Could Be as an offshoot of the film Most Likely to Succeed, because what would happen is people would see what was going on at High Tech High and they would say, that's amazing, I want to do that, I have no idea how to get there. And so then he decided, well, let's figure out how to help people get there. And so the community kind of evolved out of that impulse to try to connect people to create this paradigm shift. So as part of that, he was like, you recognize, I can back this, but I am not, I'm not in the trenches. I'm not an educator. And so he found the amazing Capono Ciatti to run What School Could Be from the ground, because he is on the ground doing this kind of work. He's currently the head of the international school in Cairo. So he's doing both things, and we'll be coming full on to What School Could Be this summer.
So you and I met right before the pandemic because I think, Ted and others were like, well, we learned from High Tech High to show this in practice. You all graciously said, we recognize Big Picture as a great place to show practice. We're like, let's see how this works in schools. And then no one was in schools anymore, right? But
yes.
But let's go back to that time, because we were doing some videotaping. I'm showing my age, right? We were doing some recording for the Innovation Playlist, right? So what is the Innovation Playlist?
Yeah, so the Innovation Playlist is designed to be a collection of PD resources for teachers to be able to see this work in practice. So we did a tremendous amount of filming at schools in the U.S. and actually internationally. We have, I think, one from a school in South Africa. And the idea is to be able to show these practices, for people who don't know what they look like, to be able to see what they are, and to the extent that we could show a step-by-step process for some of these practices, give them a way to get going on their own. If they don't have this resources elsewhere, to find a way to okay, I can come here and see what this practice looks like and get the resources I need to try it in my classroom. And then there's also sort of a sense of, so for example, the material that we shot at Odyssey, which is a big picture school, incredible big picture school, we showed, so that school, their internship program is integrated into every year, like most, I think all the big picture schools are integrated. The internships are integrated throughout, right? Okay. Yeah. Right. So, for a lot of schools, that's outside of their reach to be able to just, change their curriculum so dramatically. So what we wanted to do is show what are the things that are done at a big picture school that can connect students to their community and can connect them to these internship and mentorship opportunities. So the Innovation Playlist has small bites that are like, okay, here's a small step you can take if you can't make wholesale change, right? But we also have kind of so here's what it looks like. Here's what it could look like if you made a big change in your school, so that people can see, yes, you can do small steps if that's what you can do. You can also change the whole thing. And so that's the goal of the Innovation Playlist.
Where can folks go to see the Innovation Playlist?
So you can go to innovationplaylist.org, or you could go to whatschoolcouldbe.org. And then the community, the What School Could Be community is an app. So if you go to whatschoolcouldbe.org and you go to the app, you can find it in the App Store on Android or iPhone. And the Innovation Playlist both lives on the website if you just want to check it out, or if you want to take a course and do it with a cohort, you can find it in the app as well.
And I don't mean to turn this into a commercial for what you all do, but I love it and I respect it so much. I think also as part of the community, you all have a great Change Maker webinar series, right? Mm-hmm. And then also, have I seen some book talks, book clubs as well?
So in the What School Could Be community, we have ongoing book studies, and often the books are free. So if you join and you don't have the money to buy the books, we find ways to get them to you. We have ongoing Change Maker interview series. So that's an interview series with change makers in the field, like Carlos from Big Picture Learning. So, the idea is to continually inspire the community and also create a space that offers some respite, so that when you're in the community, it is for educators. That is your education community. You're not going to, it's a safe space to ask questions and to get help. And also we offer coaching. So if you want to create an innovation plan and don't have that resource in your community, you can come to us and say, I would like some coaching, and someone will help you create your innovation plan.
And Kimberly, just by way of like coincidence or not, I do notice that the video featuring Odyssey is currently playing on the screen behind you. So like, yes, wait, kismet, right? Thank you so much. Thank you. If Anthonette is nearby, grab her. But thank you for being spontaneous with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Chris. It's so great to see you.
You as well.
All right, bye.
All right.
Thank you. I actually walked in earlier and I was like, why is Andrew Frischman on the screen?
Well, it's funny because the whole time Kimberly Dilts was on the screen and it said Anthonette, but I just want to make it clear to people who are viewing. Totally spontaneous. Glad that she was there and willing to talk to us. That means I owe you an actual episode at some point, Anthonette, but I really appreciate you helping us drop it to the Deeper Learning Conference.
No worries.
What's on your schedule today? I mean, I know that you're part of a deep dive, but have you been into the forum when they had one of those big gatherings and like musical performances?
Yeah, they kicked off the event yesterday afternoon with one of those musical performances and a blessing of the space. And I couldn't get into the space because it was crowded. I think there are like 800 people here in real life, which is really impressive. But who doesn't want to come to San Diego in the spring? So
for sure. And
have
a great time.
The music outside. I could smell the stage. It was an amazing vibe.
That's terrific. All right. Well, I will see you sometime soon. I will mention to folks that are watching, I'll be in San Diego next week because we will be there for ASU GSV, and we'll be doing another one of our Leadership Journey sessions. So if you're there at that conference, we definitely hope to see you in the spaces that we'll be inhabiting. So Anthonette, have a great day. Have a great session, and really appreciate your time.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye.